Hello, hello! Hello, everyone! Can anyone hear my voice? I want to make sure that the stream is finally working after 11 minutes of hell. Sound! Hello! Hello! I'm not gonna lie, literally about 10 minutes before I was about to start streaming, a Windows update came on, and I was like, this is the worst time you could possibly start. And it's taken me like the past 20 minutes to get it sorted. But I think I managed to piece it back together, so I think I've managed to get it all ready. How is everyone today? How are you all? You all good? Yeah, not bad, not bad. I can see a fair few of you guys in the chat who were in here last time, especially you, Frank. I have no idea how you've managed to get on the stream again. So just before I jump into this, I just wanted to double check and make sure that the audio is fine, because according to my OBS, it looks like both the music and my voice are coming through, and I just wanted to make sure that you can hear both of them. You're not hearing any music. Give me one moment. Let me make just a few amendments. Just so I can fix this issue. I really don't think you're deaf. I think it's just that the stream's not set up right, and I'm not too sure why. I'm assuming it has something to do with the Windows update. It's completely messed with my settings for some reason. Okay, audio. Whilst I'm, you know what? I'm just going to do this instead. How's that? Can you hear both my voice and the beautiful sounds of this fantastic game? Hopefully the audio levels are fine. Like, you know, the music isn't too loud. Provided you can hear me, that's the main thing. Awesome. So, fantastic. Apologies for the delay. Now, this game, I saw it announced the other day. There's a strange background sound picked up in the mic. Like what? When you say a background sound, you mean just the sound of the game? What if I turn it down a little bit? Is that better? Okay, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, no worries. Anyway, so what I was going to say was, this game, I saw it advertised, and I had no idea what it was, and I had to check it out. It's a dating sim, but it's made by KFC. As you can tell by the title of the stream, it's called I Love You, Colonel Sanders. Now, I'm not going to lie, I love chicken. I love KFC so much. This is not sponsored in any way whatsoever. I just think that this would be a pretty fun game to stream. So I guess we just jump into it. I mean, look at that beautiful man, Colonel Sanders himself. Yeah. So I feel sad if you guys have never had KFC. I can see a few people. Yes, I do know where Serbia is. I looked it up after the stream, and I do know exactly where it is. Right, so this game, I know it's pretty short. I don't know how short it is, but I'm hoping I can get it all finished in one stream. So it may be that if it's a really quick game and I get it done within an hour or so, then I might stay on the stream for a little bit after and maybe just do a Q&A. Or if it's a really quite a bit longer than I thought it was, because I want to get it all done in one go, I might make the stream longer than normal. It entirely depends on how far we get through the game. So I'm hoping that you guys can join me on my dating quest to date Colonel Sanders himself. So I guess we're just gonna jump into this. Like we just go. Oh, also, if you guys are interested in playing this as well, this is free on Steam. So if you want to play it, then I would certainly, suggest giving it a download and give it a try. Okay, new game. Welcome, Chef. Before we get started, tell us your name. Should I just be Tank Bank, or I don't know. I mean, what do you guys think? Tank Bank? Frank the Cactus. If you can't see the video for whatever reason, it might be worth just refreshing the stream, perhaps. That might be what your issue is, but I couldn't really say for sure. Bapady, hello, welcome to the stream. You have just missed a very strange circumstances. Okay, but we're back. We're ready. We're here. Okay, so I guess tank works. I guess I think we should just go with that. I don't know what to expect. I'm really glad I ate before I started the stream, because I know for a fact that I'll be really hungry by the end of it. Okay. You sleep softly as the morning sun casts a warm glow through the window of your modest student apartment. The world is peaceful and serene. You could stay in the moment forever. Or you could wake up now. Your first day of culinary school is no time to sleep in. Okay. Smack that clock. Look, if we want to date the Colonel, we have to be absolutely on our game. We have to be A-class ready. There's no room for slacking in this game. Lying in the bed, you stare at the ceiling, thinking about everything that awaits you at the prestigious University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning. That sounds super hard to get into. And ovens, I also can't believe this game exists. I was so surprised when I saw it on Steam. Your mind begins to wander. Oh? Who will be there? What will you cook? What should you wear? Time begins to fly by, and you find your imagination getting away from you. So either I can take this seriously, or I can allow myself to daydream a little bit, thinking about the future. I mean, like I said, I want to be absolutely to the point. My one goal in this entire stream is to successfully date Colonel Sanders. So I need to take this seriously. I'd better make sure to arrive prepared than on the first day. You bust through the door morning checklist. You bust through your I'm completely reading it wrong. You bust through your morning checklist. Teeth brushed, hair combed, pits deodorized. Nothing could stop you now. You confidently grab a biscuit, strut out the door, and head off to class. What is this game? Just what you needed to get your blood flowing. Standing in the quad, you gaze upon the magnificent University of Cooking School at Academy for Learning. Here comes your lifelong best friend forever, Miriam. I have a best friend called Miriam? It's news to me. She's the most adorably awkward person you've ever met, and you absolutely love her for it. Ovens, yes, this is the absolute first dating sim I've ever played. I've never actually played one before. Good morning, Tank Bank. Are you excited for the first day of the rest of our lives? So excited! Actually, because I sure am. Excited, a little nervous. Okay, a lot nervous. What the? It's just that. This morning I made breakfast for myself, but, well, when I ate it, I couldn't taste any love in the food. What if I'm no good? Okay, I think this is basically going to be... This entire game is a KFC ad, so... Classic Miriam, raised by MasterChef parents, she's always held herself to a very high standard. I haven't. I've held myself to an incredibly low standard for most of my life. Ever since we were little babies playing together and you rescued me from that quicksand box, it's been clear to me that you're both the most caring, loving person that you... What is this game? Yeah, Miriam, you'll be fine. A sweet girl, Miriam has always had a flair for the dramatic. This summer, she got so nervous about her first kiss that she chipped a tooth. Guys, why did I decide to pick this game? Should you pep talk her or change the subject to give her some relief? Yeah, I've no idea why people were drowning in a sandbox. Okay, I want her to be as serious as I am. This is super duper serious. I'm going to give her a pep talk. Remember last month when we saw that fortune teller and had our tarot cards read? That lady with the mask who gave me nightmares? I've been trying to forget. I know she looked spooky, but she was so sweet. And she told you that you were destined for great things. Remember that card with the fancy looking tower? And that other card featuring the handsome fellow in the red suit? I've been waiting for so long to meet a handsome fellow I could call my own. Me too, Miriam, me too. And I'm sure you will soon. In no time we'll be graduating and you'll be delighting the world with your heartfelt cooking. And in the future you'll be working at your local KFC restaurant on minimum wage. As you talk Miriam up, you can feel her nerves begin to ease. You know what? Maybe everything will be okay after all. And if not, at least I have these killer bangs. Yes you do, Miriam. Yes you do. Yeah. Before you can get another word out, you're rudely interrupted when someone smacks your books and custom engraved measuring spoons out of... Why would you have custom engraved measuring spoons? They're Tank Bank official merchandise. It's Ashley, your arch rival. She's totally evil, but you can't help but be filled with jealousy. She can get anything she wants and she knows it. Yeah, I've no idea why she has fangs. That's pretty scary. Oh. Oh, I didn't see you there, Chicken Shins. You leave Tank Bank shins alone. They are perfectly normal shins. See, guys? A stick man has perfectly normal shins. Ugh. You can't stand Ashley. Even her name is annoying. You know for a fact that it's actually Ashley, but she had to add extra letters to make herself feel better than everyone. If anyone here knows what perfect shins look like, it's us. We're not going to let you or your really weird insults get to us. Across the quad you see Ashley's best friend, Van the Man, has stepped to look at his own reflection in the mirror. His pants are so tight, you can see him casually working out his glutes while he styles his hair. No lie, they're rockin' glutes. Ahem. Van. Oh god, what the hell is this game? Why did they commission this game? You've never been sure what their arrangement is, but as long as you've known them, Ashley and Van have just been as close as you and Miriam, but substantially more devious. I can't believe that University of Cooking School Academy for Learning would ever allow people like you to attend as students. I know, right? You'd think they'd just hand us our diplomas now. Or maybe hire us on as professors. You amateurs could learn a lot from us. With the first day of school about to start, there's just not enough time to properly tell these two off, so you resist the urge. Let's go, Miriam. Let's go to our first day at working at KFC. I really want some chicken. As you approach the door, you see a goofy looking kid pushing hard against the window directly next to it. Oh, Pop. Who is this kid? You reach forward and easily pull the door open. That should do the trick. Guys, I know I said I wanted to date the Colonel, and that still remains. I just hope that I don't have to make a choice. Yes, I'm asking myself the same question. I have no idea what this game is. I think you mean thank you? My name is Pop. I was named after my Pop. He's old. Of course he is, Pop. Could someone like this also be a student at the same school? He must be one heck of a chef. Also, his name tag clearly says Bob, but I guess he's reading it upside down. Hi, Pop. I'm Tank Bank. So, are you going to make me hold this door all day? Nope. And with that, the young man walks into the building ahead of you. Does this mean that Miriam and Pop are gonna... I don't know. Who knows? I'm pretty sure it's just you, Miriam. You both shrug your shoulders before following him into the building. We're in class now, folks. You stand at the edge of the room, unsure where to sit. Other students wander in and keep themselves busy chit-chatting. A scruffy-looking pooch takes his place at the podium at the front of the class. Adorable. Now, quiet down, everyone. Oh my god, the dog can talk. Hello, Yuka. Welcome to the stream. Yes, I'm playing a KFC dating simulator. Hello. Also, my professor's a dog. He's a corgi. Also, he can talk somehow, which is was completely unexpected. Who is this unreasonably cute pup, and why is he in our culinary class? You must be Sprinkles, head instructor and CEO of UCSAL. Please, call me Professor Dog. A real classy name, guys. I may be cute and little and fluffy, but I still demand respect. Woof. What? A cute dog is our professor? This is the best school ever. I guess only a dog's nose is capable of picking up all the nuances of fine dining. Out of nowhere, wind begins to rush around you as a swirl of cherry blossom. Oh no. This is, I think, the entrance of Colonel Sanders. Oh, no, it's not. It's Pop. I'm chilly. Someone close the window. And then... he walks in. It's Salt Bae Senpai himself, Colonel Sanders. You're immediately swept up in the aura of this new student and his remarkable goatee. Who knew anyone could be so handsome? Time stands still. It's him. If it isn't my favourite student, Harland. Colonel Sanders interrupts Sprinkles. Sorry, Professor Dog, before he can finish his sentence. Please, call me Colonel. Colonel Sanders. A hushed murmur rolls through the classroom as Colonel Sanders walks down the aisle of desks. Suddenly, the room is sweltering. The room is sweltering. Ugh. Salt Bae himself has entered the room. Sweat begins to bead across your brow. You feel like everyone is looking at you, and you're not entirely wrong. Yes, Plan, I'm pretty sure he is the KFC guy. And this over here must be Sweaty Sweats-a-Lot. Maybe we should open that window back up before Faucet Pits melts into a puddle and evaporates entirely. These guys just... I really don't like these guys. They're bullies. You two both know my name. We were in the same kindergarten class. And what is with all your really weird insults? Besides, when Tank Bank sweats, it's not gross, it's beautiful. Look at that shimmer. Look at that shimmer, guys. I've got that shimmer coming all the way down me. You take a moment to clean yourself up. It's a good thing you didn't forget that the deodorant this morning. This classroom is hot, hot, hot. Professor Dog steps in to settle the class down and set some ground rules. Welcome to the University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning, the greatest culinary academy in the world. The birthplace of culinary legends past, present and future. Many challenges await you. There will be tears, there will be blood, there might even be a really adorable tiny food. And when all is said and done, there will be a battle. Really? There'll be a battle? I didn't expect that. I'm just working at KFC. I didn't sign up for this. You will lift your sporks and compete in the broom cooking arena. Just then, another student enters the classroom and interrupts the professor's rousing speech. Hi guys, sorry I'm late. I hope everyone had a good summer. I really miss... Quiet! Late to class is bad enough, but interrupting me in my monologue? You're on the fast track out of here, young man. Are you sure you're even in the right place? Don't you recognise me? This is my third year in this school, with you as my teacher. Everyone stares at him blankly. Does no one remember me? You're expelled if you utter one more word before I finish. Let that be a lesson to you students that tardiness is unacceptable. Even Clank made it here on time, rolling halfway across town on his tiny wheels. You turn to see the student Sprinkles is referring to, who appears to be some sort of industrial kitchen appliance. What is this game? What is this game? What have I downloaded? Yeah, I can imagine that this game is just the perfect promotional material. The class bursts into laughter. Oh, Clank, you rascal. Sprinkles walks into the classroom, as everyone stands in silent obedience. When he gets to you, he lifts his nose into the air and takes a deep sniff. Your diet is lacking. Based on what I'm picking up here, you definitely need a multivitamin. You should be taking better care of yourself. You've never had a talking dog as a teacher before, but Sprinkle's reputation for being smart but tough is well known. Also, the reason I'm playing this game is why not? I needed something to stream, and this has just come out, so I thought I'd give it a try. You decide to try and butter him up by giving him a treat from your pocket. But what kind? Guys, what do I give him? Do I give him a beef chicken or a rubber ball? What do I give him, guys? You have to help me out here. Do dogs like chicken? Actually, I've just realised I'm playing a KFC game. I should probably give him the chicken. You reach beneath your apron and return with a chicken snack in your hand. Sprinkle's eyes go wide as he locks onto it. His favourite! Yes! We got the right one! We gave him his chicken! Well, I think there might be some competition for a new star student. The fairy professor immediately devours the snack, leaving your hand slick with a coating of warm doggy drool. You see the other students eyeing you jealously, but pay no mind to them. If they wanted to succeed in life, they should have learned the importance of carrying a range of dog treat flavours on them at all times. Yeah, guys, get on my level. Carry chicken in your pocket. Bribery will get you everywhere. You are right, Ovens. Settle down, young chefs. Take your seats and prepare to have your minds open to the amazing possibilities of culinary creation. I could be a teacher in a KFC school, I'm pretty sure. As everyone rushes to claim their favourite seats, you're left standing at the front of the room. Only two options remain. Hey, Tank Bank, there's a seat here. It seems there's, no one has claimed this seat next to me, if you're interested. Two good options, but which will you choose? Guys, you knew what my main goal in this stream was. I have to get with Colonel Sanders. Sneezy, hello, welcome to the stream. if that's a lot of best friend talk. Sit with the Colonel, best friend should understand. That's what I thought, CC. Like, if I tell my best friend that I like the Colonel, then you know it will all fall into place. Oh, I don't know. Give me one moment, guys. Let me just double check something. I just had a message. Okay, yep, never mind. Right, sitting by Colonel Sanders is betraying your friendship with Miriam. Yeah, but, damn it, I don't know. This is a really hard decision to make, guys. Look, I am going to sit by the Colonel. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm stick to the plan. I have to stick to the plan. That is the plan. You move to take your seat by Colonel Sanders. I'm sorry, guys. It appears he brought no books, pens, or pencils. However, his perfect upright posture shows off a seriousness that makes you confident in his desire to learn. Thanks for offering me this seat. I've only had 2 rules. I'm pretty sure that Did I make the wrong decision there, guys? I've only got 2 rules. Do all you can and do it the best you can. It's the only way you'll ever get that feeling of accomplishing something. I'm not going to lie, Colonel Sanders might be a gold digger, but who knows? What if this game is what they gave all new KFC employees? If people started and they said, look, we want you to work here, but you have to play this dating sim first, and only then will we know if you're KFC material. Also, a few of you guys in chat, hello, welcome to the stream. There's a few of you guys just joining. For those of you just joining, I'm currently playing a dating sim made by KFC. So take that as you will. Oh no. I honestly don't think that they would make. Surely in their own game they can't make him a gold digger. Okay. That's so inspiring. A little off topic, if you ask me, but okay. As soon as you're settled in your seat, the professor makes an announcement. Sneezy, no problem at all. Very, very, very glad you stuck by. Thank you for sticking by the stream. Sprinkles, think fast! It's time for a pop quiz! Oh no. Nobody likes pop quizzes. This incredibly important and surprisingly short quiz will tell me if you're ready for life at culinary school. Keep your knives sharp and your focus sharper. Here comes question number 1. Yep, delay. Me too. Okay, guys, this is it. I need all your help with this. If train A is travelling to point B and train B is travelling to point A, how important is it to wash your hands before cooking? Meh, depends. Extremely, looking at you, Pop. And doesn't matter at all. I have a feeling that if I do really well at school, it might help me with my chances with the Colonel. So I'm hoping that's like the right answer to pick. Extremely. Yeah, I know it is. That's right. Forest is to tree as chicken is to feather, night vision goggles, or a slam dunk. Feather? It only makes sense to be feather. Like, I have no idea what any of the other ones would even mean. It has to be a feather. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yep. We're doing well, guys. What is the most efficient eating utensil ever created? A comically oversized fork, a meat tenderizer, or a spork? Look, guys, I don't even need you to help me with this one. It's obviously a spork. That is a fork and a spoon in one. It's like it's the best of both worlds. Yep, exactly. Yeah. We are doing well in this pop quiz. What food is best for a broken heart? Anything, as long as it's prepared with love and not too much salt. Camel meat? Camel meat? A pancake that looks like a silly face. What do you guys think? Astrid, I can't ask her because camel meat. See, I really want to pick the bottom one, but I don't think you guys want me to pick camel meat. I'm going with my gut. A pancake. Everybody with a smiley face camel meat. Oh no, it wasn't that. That was wrong. Oh shit, okay. Is Sprinkles a good boy? No, yes, or he's a talking dog that teaches at culinary school. He is the best boy. Oh, which one? Of course. He's a corgi that teaches at school, and he's teaching me how to be a chef. He is the best boy. I got 4 out of 5. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Only one wrong. Not too shabby. You might just do all right, kid. You look up to see that Colonel Sanders has been watching you tally your score. He nods with approval. Yes! We have his approval. May I have your attention, students? I have an important announcement to make. Time for lunch. Wow, the cafeteria... Ooh, that's a very nice cafeteria. Wow, the cafeteria is as nice as any restaurant you've ever eaten at. It makes sense that a school dedicated to cooking would also be serious about eating. Pixel, I have no idea what you're alleging by that, but no, we can't. He's teaching me how to love. A delicious fragrance wafts through the room and tickles the end of your nose. Your mouth waters. Do you smell that? That must be our lunch. It smells crazy good. Everyone, can I have your attention? Is it about lunch? No, I just wanted to apologise for my tardiness. You see, I was... Howdy, folks. I'd like to make an announcement. I'm all ears, Colonel. I'm all ears. Hey, It's about lunch. Everyone cheers. But I... Shush. Lunch. Yeah, shut the hell up. The Colonel's talking. In honour of the new semester, I've prepared something special to share with everyone for lunch. That must be the smell I smelled. Indeed, that smell. You hold your breath, waiting to see what food this mysterious student has created. You've heard that he's very talented, but were the rumours true? Is this? Oh my God. Colonel Sanders lifts a large bucket above his head. Its contents glimmer in the light. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, I really, really want some KFC right now. What is this game? Piled high are huge pieces of chicken, breaded and fried to a crispy golden finish. The aroma envelops you, and you begin to feel warm and safe. Warm and safe. Colonel Sanders has filled a bucket with chicken? What a novel concept. Your stomach begins to grumble, as if to say, stop thinking and start eating. For years I've been developing a secret recipe for the perfect fried chicken. But my calculation, nothing less than 11 herbs and spices are required to achieve the perfect balance of flavours. You look around and notice that every other student has a pen and paper and is scribbling notes as fast as they can. But that's all I'll say about that. What do you think? We want your stupid secret recipe, dude? Nah, my dude, nah. Van. I'm just here drafting a last will and testament in case one of those ingredients is poison. Got him. He looks around nervously to see if anyone else is laughing at his sick burn. You wait to see what zinger Ashley has prepared to follow up, but she suddenly takes a different approach. Yeah, and I was just like, writing in my diary, or whatever. Dear diary, today I smelled something beautiful. I knew at that moment that only the hands of a true gentleman could Ashley's gonna take my man. This is unacceptable. Is Ashley gonna compete for his love? Nah. We can't have this. We can't have this, guys. You see her body language change from bitter and evil to sweet and innocent as she slides closer to Colonel Sanders. She realizes that he is destined for greatness and fame with cooking skills like this. She wants him all to herself. Well, you can't have him, Ashley, because Salt Bae is mine. Well, Van, the man, if you don't want any, I'll take his. Whoa, hold on, I guess I'll try it. He takes one bite and his eyes grow wide. He starts contorting his face as he tries to hold in his pure exhilaration and act unimpressed. Easy now, there's enough for everyone. Please, my fellow classmates, dig in. You take one of the pieces of fried chicken out of this bucket and sink your teeth into it. It's amazing. Oh. Guys, we've entered the seventh realm. Tasting Colonel Sanders tasting Colonel Sanders food transports you to another dimension. Guys, I've never had this experience when I've eaten KFC, but I'm pretty sure that those 11 herbs and spices are going to take him far. Alice, I think you're right. Alone with your taste buds gripping a drumstick in your hand, you float weightlessly. So I can either focus my mind and meditate on this moment to try and identify every flavour, savour the moment and everything that it tells you about Colonel Sanders' culinary heart, or swim towards the light. Okay. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like Colonel Sanders is the kind of person that likes people who are determined. He likes people who are knowledgeable and people who want to perfect their chicken making skills. So I think if I focus my mind and try and identify all the flavours, I feel like I'll be a better student and therefore I'll have more chance of being with the Colonel. What do you guys think? Or, yeah, I mean, the middle one would be, yep, screw it. We're going to find out what Colonel Sanders' culinary heart has to say. The flavours in your mouth are beautiful, pure, heavenly. What a guy. Alone with the flavours, you feel something that can only be described as love. For a man? For a flavour? Are they the same? Delays said that the stream's buffering for him. Is it buffering for anyone else by any chance? Or is it just... it might be just something on your end, Delay. Yeah, because I was going to say, like, the stream itself seems fine. Yeah. Okay. After tasting his food, you try to get some one-on-one time with Colonel Sanders. You approach Colonel Sanders. Colonel Sanders smiles ever so softly as you approach. He stops what he's doing and allows you to break the silence. Colonel, I wondered if I could talk to you for a second. Anything for a fellow chef. What exactly was on that chicken? Ha ha ha! How bold to come out and ask. Oh. Why would you carry a cane around like that? It's an idea I've had for a new combination of flavours that will make me a fortune and establish my legacy for all time as I open a chain of highly successful fried chicken restaurants. No big deal. It's just you and me here talking. I can keep a secret. In fact, I've got some of my own that I'd be willing to trade. If you know what I mean. What's the rush? The semester is only getting started. We've got 2 more whole days to get to know each other. Oh, that's like a look of disgust. He's clearly not going to give up that easily, but it doesn't hurt to be persistent. You know what they say about the secrets, Colonel. Shouldn't learning be fun? You've got moxie, I'll give you that. Colonel Sanders looks both ways to make sure you're truly alone, and then leans in. You can feel his warm breath as he whispers. Just one ingredient, but you can't tell. I use... Oh, there it is. It's the secret ingredient. Oh, no, you can't actually tell what it is. Wow, you'd have never guessed that. In fact, you're not even sure where you'd even get something from... It's that secret they had to blank it out in the game. While you're wrapped up in that huge revelation, you notice that Colonel Sanders has disappeared. While everyone else is still in the cafeteria, you decide to look for him. You find Colonel Sanders outside, standing in the quad. Oh, it's you again. Howdy. Sometimes I like to come outside and look at the school buildings. I think about how my story will continue on after I've graduated. It sounds like you have big plans. I dare to say the biggest. I will leave my mark on this world, you can bet on that. Alone together for the first time, you figure now is the perfect moment to show your personality to him. This is our moment, guys. What are we going to do to impress the Colonel? We can neg him to show him our strength. Or my strength. Wow him with a big idea to add an additional ingredient to really spice things up. Or be modest but thoughtful. The thing is, like, I would wow him, but I almost feel like trying to introduce a new flavour into his perfectly thought out 11 herbs and spices is one too many herbs and spices. So I'm thinking maybe try and wow him with I don't know. I'm going to neg him. I'm going to neg the Colonel. You know, I've been thinking about your secret recipe. Of course you were. You don't simply forget a flavour combination like that. That's exactly right. I remember it because I tasted it before. I stopped at a random fried chicken stand the other day, and their chicken tasted... Oh no. Why did I say that? Why did I say that? I've just basically said the Colonel's chicken is like any other chicken I've tried. Shit. Did you just compare my recipe to a random fried chicken stand? Oh no. Well, yes, I did. But it was a really good stand, especially... Oh, I've messed up, guys. Oh no! I'm sorry, Colonel Sanders. Colonel Sanders struggles to conceal his emotions, fighting back tears of anger. I can't believe you've said... Oh, and I've made him cry! You realise you've done an irreparable damage to your relationship, from which it can never recover. Oh no! I didn't mean to say that. How could you? Hey, Tankbank, you saw that this game was called a dating sim, right? If that's your idea of dating, this is not the game for you. Can someone screenshot that? I messed up, guys, pretty badly. Okay, I'm assuming I'm gonna have to go back and try that again. Oh no! We're gonna try again. I broke his heart by saying that. Thanks, Delay. Okay, we'll try again, guys. Okay, this time I feel like I should. I don't know. Should I try and add an additional ingredient, or should I be modest? I feel like I should be really positive. He does seem like a very sensitive soul after not being able to take a joke very well. So I'm gonna go for the middle one. You know, about that, I was thinking about your secret recipe. I don't doubt it. It has a way of leaving an impression on all those who taste it. You decide to show him that you also know a thing or two about blowing minds with new flavours. I actually had some thoughts on how you could improve it. Improve it? You want to change my secret recipe? And you think you can do it better? Oh no, I've messed up again, haven't I? I've messed up a second time. Have you ever heard of habanero peppers? Heard of them? I tended an entire garden of chili pepper varieties. Habanero, poblano... oh no. You can't just toss new ingredients into my secret recipe and expect to improve it. See? I did say this. A recipe is about balance. It involves careful consideration and refinement. I didn't mean to let this be... Oh god. Guys. Oh no. You'd better head back inside, but you wait a moment so that Colonel Sanders doesn't think you're desperately chasing... Oh no, this is... This isn't going well, guys. You step into the massive cooking arena, where the afternoon lesson will take place. Each student gets an oven and all the tools and ingredients they could need. Look at this place. It's magnificent. Finally, we get to show our stuff. Wait a second. Oh no, we have to show our stuff. What if I totally blow it? You're not going to blow anything. Except maybe kisses to the crowd of fans you're going to earn with your signature and adorable tiny food creations. Oh, it's Sprinkles, our teacher. Welcome, students, to the cooking arena. For today's lesson, we'll be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pair off. Naturally, Miriam looks over at you, but unable to control yourself, you pounce on Colonel Sanders. I didn't even have a choice there, guys. The game told me to go with Colonel Sanders. I'm sorry. Poor Miriam. Hey, Colonel, would you like to tackle this lesson as a team? A team of two? That is me and you, if that wasn't clear. Want to be my partner? Sure, Tankbank. I'll prepare our station. Without you as a partner, Miriam is left... Oh, no. I feel so bad. No. I think I've made all the wrong decisions this stream. Miriam is left standing all alone. Two different students quickly take notice. Clank and and Pop want to have a go. Oh my, 2 potential partners. I'm so sorry, gentlemen, but I don't know who to choose. It looks like you'll have to pick for her, friend. Friend duties can be a little awkward, but that's the price you pay for not being alone forever. Who do you want to be Miriam's partner? Okay. Yeah. I feel like Clank needs some love. What do you think? Yeah, I think so too. Sorry, Pop, but I think Miriam will be partnering with Clank today. It's okay, I already ate. Good on you, Pop, good on you. It's not entirely clear if Pop has any idea what the point of school even is at this juncture. Oh, no! No! Astrid, you're right. I'm such a bad friend. Miriam did like Pop. I'm pretty sure I've Clank is clearly excited to have some attention. He heats up and begins to roll back and forth. Whoop whoop whoop. Hold on there, fella. We don't even know this assignment yet. Technically, Clank might not have a face, but there's something charming and earnest about him. Bzzz. Tissue, I hardly know you. Clank judders and a panel shakes loose. You get the impression that this is a sign of affection. Looks like you two will be fine. Now it's time to focus on your own cooking classwork. Alright, you two, for today's lesson we're going to keep it simple. Pick a basic dish and divide up the steps. No chef is an island. It takes 2 flints to make a fire. You get the idea. Which dish do you suggest to your partner, Colonel Sanders? Steak tartare seems easy enough. It's fancy and you don't need to cook it. Using octopus will blow Colonel Sanders' mind. Or your grandma's mashed potatoes and gravy. I feel like if I can bring in my own part of this KSC recipe, because everybody knows that the mashed potatoes and the gravy the gravy in particular is amazing. The first one. I'm going with my heart here. The mashed potatoes and gravy. Yes! I've always been something of a down-to-home chef. I was thinking we could make something warm, inviting, comforting. Maybe mashed potatoes and gravy? I couldn't imagine one without the other. Colonel Sanders casts a coy look at you, causing your whole face to go beet red. Embarrassed, you quickly turn away. I'll go get the potatoes. No, please, let me. Picking perfect produce is a passion of mine. Looks like things are getting pretty fresh around here. Does someone have a crush on Colonel Sanders? We're just cooking partners. Mind your own business, Ashley. Yeah, you get over there, Ashley. Leave me alone. Sanders' heart is my business. You'd better not keep your fingers off my man. What is this game? Oh no. Is this like a boss battle? Ugh, no, geez, Van Man. While I'm over here crushing Tank Bank's dreams, you're supposed to be taking care of our classwork. That was the deal, remember? Colonel Sanders returns, arms full of peeled potatoes. He tosses them into a boiling water and turns his attention to you and your old friends. Oh, howdy there, Ashley, Van. How are we working a quartet instead of a duet now? Actually, no, it looked like Tank Bank was struggling, so we offered to give them a hand. You know how it is, these young amateur chefs need a lot of mentoring. I was going to say, Colonel Sanders, maybe I could also teach you a thing or two about fancy food. Maybe one day you might even be able to get to my level. Doubt it. Don't be rude, Van Van. Personally, I have no doubts whatsoever about Colonel Sanders' ability to conduct creations worthy of admiration. After all, your fried chicken was quite spectacular. But Colonel, if you ask me, I might make a better partner for you than this thing that has positioned itself at your station. Don't you feel deep down that we cast complementary shadows? We fit together like a thigh and a drumstick? It just makes sense. Nothing about this makes any sense, but one thing is clear. She's coming for the Colonel if you don't watch out. Ashley is really going at your hand. You need to ask for some backup here before things get ugly. Okay. Guys, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Turn to Colonel Sanders, hunk of hunks, in your time of need. Turn to Miriam, your forever bestie who always has your back. I feel like I have to utilise Miriam. She's been my bestie for my entire life. She will understand. I'm going for that. You turn to Miriam, and as if to find her, she senses it and looks back. This girlfriend's in need radar is second to none. She immediately comes running over. Is somebody threatening my friend? I will destroy them! I actually think that Ashley and Van Van were just leaving. Leaving you in the dust. Miriam, you're a loyal friend. But Tank Bank is my partner for today's activity. You look for Sprinkles in hopes that he might step in, but he's nowhere to be found. Darn those cute corgis in their short but sturdy stature. You look down at your station and realise that, in the tension at the moment, your hands have been cooking on autopilot. Distracted by the drama, you've already crushed the boiled potatoes into a perfectly creamy mashed texture, with plenty of butter and cream for flavour. It's as if your natural passion guided you through the steps you know so well while your attention was elsewhere. So yes, John, this game was made by KFC. It's a dating simulator, and my one goal of this stream is to date Colonel Sanders. So I hope all goes to plan. Although I've not made some very good choices so far. So I'm hoping I can bring it back. I know just what to do. Colonel Sanders extends his hand. He's holding a beautiful white porcelain gravy boat, out of which he pours a smooth brown gravy, smothering your nearly finished potato dish. Gravy flows down the mound of mashed potatoes. The results look spectacular. Granny would have been proud. What is this game? What did I download? Colonel Sanders holds a spork out to you. You reach out and grab hold of it, but he doesn't immediately let go. The two of you stand holding the same spork, and for that small moment, all of the madness and pressure in this crazy world stops. Your eyes lock. The moment is electric. Time stands still. Delay, you're not wrong. This might very well be the game of the year for me. If you love something, set it free. Together you dig the utensil into the mashed potatoes and lift a heaping sporkful up. When you see Ashley with a sinister look, you know she's plotting against you to be with Colonel Sanders. And then, filled with rage and without thinking, you fling the sporkful of mashed potatoes right into Ashley's stupid beautiful face. Oh god. Scooping up a fingerful, Van Van tastes the dripping mashed potatoes and gravy and realises that it's delicious. Horrified by this revelation, he slinks away. Will he ever be able to cook something with so much love and integrity? Hold on right there, Tank Bank. We do not waste food in this broom cooking arena. I expect better from you. If you throw one more spoonful, you'd better be prepared to eat it from wherever it lands. Can I has Potato's face? Van Van rushes back over, a covered dish in his hand. Mashed potatoes with gravy? Pathetic! In just a few minutes I've prepared a full meal. Gaze upon my speciality. Braised tentacle of octopus in my silky saltwater sauce, planted on a battle axe blade forged by my supreme chef ancestors. Has that guy made octopus on an axe? Because that's big. Because that's pretty metal. You've ignored me for too long. That ends now. It is I who will have the first bite, and you will all look on with envy. The interrupting student rushes at Van Van and swipes a bite of his signature dish right off the plate. No, don't! Something about this dish doesn't strike my nose quite right. I think the octopus was rushed and may have turned in the process. The results could be toxic. Too late. It has been eaten. I think I left something in the oven. I think that student just died. It killed him. The octopus killed him. Does this mean I can die in this game? Everyone step back. Don't take another bite. When you look back at the plate, the rest of it's gone. You notice the tip of the tentacle being slurped down in Pop's mouth. Pop, what are you doing? This would never have happened if Pop was with Miriam. Pop winces in pain for just a moment, then is almost immediately back to his oblivious self. Oopsie. Tastes like poison. The entire class has gathered to watch Pop's... What is this game? The entire class has gathered to watch Pop's final moments. Shock has frozen the whole crowd. They are as emotionless as statues. Brittany, hello, welcome to the stream. Thank you for dropping by. It's fine. I was also a little bit late today. I'm currently playing a dating simulator that's been made by KFC, and my classmates are now dying. So, yes, it's all fun. The class bell rings, disrupting the moment and snapping everyone back to reality. It would appear that Pop's enthusiasm for trying new things, despite obvious danger, has inoculated him against poisons of all kinds. Psych. I'm not sure the professors here make enough money. Hello? I just turned into a ghost over here. Seeing that you're shaken up by that really annoying student and all his nonsense, Colonel Sanders approaches you. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Please, let me walk you home. The Colonel's walking me home. What? Like, for real? Oh, come on. You follow Colonel Sanders out of the room. At night, the school building has taken on another vibe entirely. It's dark, and more than a little spooky. Colonel Sanders stands in the quad's neon glow and speaks softly. Those mashed potatoes you made in class today. Before you go on, I want you to know they're not a great representation of my skills. I didn't even realize I was making them. They were amazing. Tasting them, it reminded me of why I became so passionate about food to begin with. Colonel Sanders is getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him, in a way that you find kind of inspiring. Now might be the perfect time to tell him that you're developing feelings for him. Guys, I feel like this is too early to say that I'm developing feelings for Colonel Sanders. We've still got like an entire semester to go. Colonel Sanders? Yes, Tank back. There's something I need to tell you. Oh, damn it! Of course. Hold it right there. There's something I need to tell you first. Oh, jeez. You see, when I was just a boy, I had a dream that one day I would be the greatest chef of the world has ever seen. And every day since, I've been working towards that dream, day and night, never stopping, never resting. Also, lifting a lot of weights, like so many weights. We should follow all our dreams with our hearts. I completely read that wrong, I'm sorry guys. We should follow our dreams with all of our hearts, that our souls may grant them with their like wishes floating. What is this game? Oh. Are we forgetting that your cooking literally killed a guy? You can't prove that. I also saw you kill that guy. What was his name? Somewhere in the distance you hear a long, sad sigh. Forget him, we're talking about me. Me. I'm the hero. The Spork monster is here to fight a hero. Guys, what is this game I've downloaded? I'm pretty sure this is a KFC game, isn't it? I think I left the fridge door open. Later, nerds. We will not let that harm come to another student. Except for that ghost kid. I kind of dropped the ball on that. Oh, except for that ghost kid. I kind of dropped the ball on that. Be afraid. Be very afraid of me. Because I'm a monster, see? Is he rhyming on purpose or is that just a coincidence? But before you can discuss syntax any further, it's a turn-based fight sequence. Oh, it's like an RPG. What will you do? Oh. I attack. You decide to go in for the attack. Which attack will you use? I'm going to cook with love. Cook with love does 1 damage. It just got real. That attack really upset the Spork monster. Spork monster goes on for the attack. They spit hot gravy at you. You take 1 damage. I don't actually know what my health is or anything like that, so I'm guessing I just keep attacking. You decide to go for the attack. It worked last time, right? Cook we love. Spork monster won't forget this. Spork monster is really feeling threatened by your attack. Spork monster focuses their mashed mind and draws in energy from Mother Earth itself. They go larger and more intimidating. How will you respond? I need to defend this next attack. You decide to defend. Which defense will you use? I guess this. You hold your head between your hands and mutter, "This is not happening, this is not happening." Spork monster is no quitter. Buffed up and ready to rumble. They go in for the attack once again. Spork monster uses Utilitensile. You take 2 damage from the attack. If you take much more damage, you're not going to survive the battle. Do I just keep attacking until it's dead? I'm guessing so. Spork monster is oozing cheese sauce onto the lawn of the quad. I wonder who is going to have to clean that up. Feeling vulnerable, Spork monster prepares for his ultimate attack, Rounded Edge. Vile villain, your reign of terror stops here. Colonel Sanders summons the energy of 1,000 chickens. Pot pie power punch. What is this game? Pot pie power punch does 10 damage. Spork monster is defeated. Colonel Sanders, you saved me. An injured Spork monster spews steam into the night. I feel like shall I finish him or shall I give him mercy? feel like you might be right. If it works in Undertale, it will probably work here. Spare this wretched beast. You manage to tamp down your disgust at the sight of this gnarly beast long enough to realise that he's still a living creature with a pure soul who deserves your pity, not your wrath. Be on, beast. You don't dare come back for a follow-up encounter tomorrow. I won't forget this, and I certainly won't be back, like you said. The spork monster scuttles off into the night. The defeated monster left behind a special item. It appears at first to be a cookbook, but upon closer inspection, it's so much more. It's a book of magic spells with a golden chicken on the cover. You open the cover and find a library card tucked inside. The last name to have signed it is Borko. Borko, that sounds strangely familiar. Your blood is pumping as you stand in the quiet of the night, holding the mysterious book in your hands. As you come down from your battle buzz, you realise that your final attack has left you completely depleted. The world around you begins to fade away. Without any energy to keep your eyes open, darkness over to... Oh, do I just suddenly pass out? Why is Colonel Sanders in my bedroom? Can someone please explain this to me? The image of Colonel Sanders flashes before your eyes as you fall asleep. He must have helped you get home. In your tired state, you don't know if you could have made it without him. What a guy. You want to thank him, but you don't have the strength to utter a single word. You feel your covers being pulled up over you, as if you're being tucked in tightly. Good night, my Colonel. In your dream, you're together with Colonel Sanders. For some reason, Sprinkles is also there. Instructing your love dreams are weird. This game, guys. This game is just completely out there. You awake on day 2 and attempt to process the wild visions you had. Were they memories or premonitions? And then there was that secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? It's probably just because he already trusts you so much. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. You meet up with your bestie in front of the school. Before you can tell her about the encounter with the spork monster, she launches into a story of her own. Okay, I know this might sound weird and a little strange, but I think I might be, I think I might like Clank. Guys, I did the right thing. I put her and Clank together, and it's love, so fantastic. Like him? Like? I know, it sounds like it's moving too fast, but there's something about him. I like him. We got to talking after class, and he's actually a totally sweet guy. Not only that, but he's really smart. He told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. Did you know that Colonel Sanders was the most popular kid in high school? No, but that does make complete sense. Yeah, but he was so popular, like he was voted prom king at the school he didn't even go to. And he was also the... What is this game, guys? I'm thinking maybe something got lost in a pressure cooker language translation there. Either way, maybe it'd be best if you took it slow with this new boy, like I am with Colonel Sanders. Yes. Yes, it will be. What is this game? Laughing at the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. You have an idea about how to prove that your love is real. Well, if he's not into me, why did he tell me one of his secret ingredients? Yeah, Miriam. Why did he tell me a secret ingredient? Your bestie's eyes light up. A secret ingredient? Yeah, I just said that. A secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in here? Miriam checks to make sure you're alone before continuing. So this summer, while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me in the botanical gardens where I was wondering, this can't be good. He told me all about his passion for spices, secret recipes. The man even gave me some to show me what he meant. He said that it was a powder created from a super duper rare dried flower petals, and that if I did him a big favour, I could have had some of my own. Please, Miriam, don't tell me. So I filled my suitcase with them and brought them home. He was so nice, he even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked with them, a very strange feeling overcame me, and the flavour was unlike anything I've ever tasted. I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here. Was that a drug? Whatever. Whatever. Anyhow, we both share an interest in cooking, so we've stayed in touch, you know? Like pen pals. I bet he would love to know about the new spices. Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret recipe, and besides, I only know the one ingredient, so I doubt it would be much use to anyone. Oh no. Do I tell Miriam the secret ingredient? Do I tell her, guys? I feel like this is I feel like if I lie to her, then it's going to end very badly to me. Tell her. I feel like if I lie to my best friend, it's going to come back and bite me later. So I'm gonna tell her. Okay, I'll tell you, but it has to stay a secret. Miriam nods furiously. He told me that he uses blank. Never would have guessed it, would you? Her eyes light up imagining such a thing, and you figure that you've satisfied her curiosity and she'll move on. However, she immediately turns around and does some thumb typing on her phone that you can't quite see. That's probably not good. Before you can ask her to confirm that she was definitely not texting secrets to other people, you're interrupted. A wind rushes in. Cherry blossoms petals fill the air. It's Colonel Sanders. He's arrived at school. On a horse. Oh no. Do I run to him? Or do I stand back and admire his majestic glory? I feel like if I run to him, it will be a little bit too eager. So I feel like I'm just going to take in this sight and see this man on his horse. Colonel Sanders' horse is truly a thing of beauty. I have a feeling that's... Yeah, okay. Without even acknowledging that he's being watched, he does a short horse dance before dismounting with a flourish. He then slaps the beautiful creature gently on its rear, sending it running free into the countryside. You are so struck by the sight of him that you lose the ability to speak coherently. Oh, I didn't realise anyone was watching. Don't worry, he knows his way home. You attempt to compliment the Colonel Sanders, but the words don't quite come out exactly right. What a horseful beaut you have. I mean, what a horseful beaut you have. Dang it, that's what I meant to say. Being a good friend, Miriam attempts to cover for you. Oh, Tank Bank, he just gets really nervous around people he likes. Oh no! Miriam, what are you doing? Miriam! Why did you dob me in like that? No! What? This is not helping. I mean, they got food poisoning and were up all night. It was gruesome. You should have seen it. She gives you a wink and a smile, as if to say, situation handled. Can't blame a girl for trying. And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears into the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. Right, before I carry on, guys, I just need to go and check something. I'm just gonna pause the stream for like 2 minutes. I'll be back very, very soon. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. I have returned. Returned from the depths. Whew, okay. Back to my attempts at wooing Colonel Sanders. Wolfhour, no problem at all. Thank you so much for sticking by the stream. I hope you enjoyed the the dating sim time that you did see. When you enter the classroom, you can see that your two rivals, Ashley and Van Van, are doing something bad. By the way they're hiding, you know it must be really bad. Like counterfeiting recipes bad, experimenting with restricted ingredients bad, summoning a demon bad. You try and get a peek over at Van Van's hulking shoulders, but he sees you coming. Yeah, guys, back to this thing of a game. we have to get through this together. I've started it, and I almost feel like I have to now finish it. Whoa there, little one. I'm not too sure you're ready to handle this. Why don't you make like a bee and mind your own wax, honey? Brittany, I sort of have to agree. Like, it's a very random game, but it also has a nice charm to it. So, tell them to stop acting immature or act like you're not interested in them, but really try and get a closer look. I feel like I need to take like the moral high ground on this one, and just be like, stop being so immature, guys. You're not like me and the Colonel. We're like peas in a pod. You immediately dress the rivals down for their immature behaviour. Culinary school is to be respected. This kind of nonsense is a waste of everyone's time. Now you've upset them. Oh, and you're the Emperor of Cooking, are you? You make the rules. I'm not sure you know a good meal if it eats you. Being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativity. It takes panache. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And it doesn't hurt to use a little evil. You finally get a look at what it was they were hiding, and you instantly recognise it. It's a book, just like the one you found after your encounter with the Spork monster. That's the same book that I found last night in the quad. Ashley immediately elbows Van Van, who hides the book behind his back. I don't know what you're talking about. That book is a family heirloom and its contents are a secret. You notice that they haven't just been studying the book. They've got the pot pinned to the wall, and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth. No, Pop! Before you can dig in any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class. Beep beep. Clank must be running late. He's in such a hurry that he rolls right over Van Van's meaty foot. Hey, watch it, you bucket of bolts. You watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything. Yeah, Clank. He's my boy. Clank's my boy. Leave him alone. Yeah, John, I am as well. I'm also falling for the Colonel. Who do you think you are talking to? I've never heard such language, not even from a stand mixer. Clank. No, your mother was a stand mixer. Poor Clank. Van Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van Van, sending him flying across the room. Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazed men are about to come to blows. I must think it's over me, but I'm not interested in either of them. Ashley's tone has completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know that this is a ruse, right? Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save it for the arena, at least. Or don't. Honestly, what do I care? You've got lofty career aspirations to focus on. Maybe I can help you with your business plan. Just then, Sprinkles arrives to signal the true start of the class day. He's painting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog. Students, please take your seats. I apologise for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car around all of town, and my tiny legs were very, very tired. But here I am now, and I hope you're ready to learn. Rub his furry dog belly. He loves it. After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom. Without further ado, we'll review the global history of my favourite fowl, the chicken. You want to pay attention to the lesson. Truly, you do. Which is why in 1776, at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, it was a chicken who first signed their name. But you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders, and you miss most of the important parts. So yeah, I should probably explain. Sprinkles is the teacher, and Colonel Sanders is a fellow student. And my one and only goal in this game is to date Colonel Sanders at the very end. So, yeah. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you. Well, Tank Bank? Naturally, this appears to be a very simple platter. Which item do you want to sample? A glass of water, a shimmering pepper, or a dog biscuit? Guys, what do I pick? John. Do I go for the dog biscuit and just try and impress the teacher? Yeah, I think so. Because of the shape it's baked in, you assume the dog biscuit is a treat made by Sprinkles, an example of his own culinary talents, perhaps. You reach out for it when Sprinkles jumps up and bites onto your cooking apron. What kind of monster would steal a dog's favourite biscuit? Your apron is left in tatters. The entire class looks on in horror as you fall unconscious from the embarrassment. Have Have I lost again? You fade into darkness, but something is there. The Spork monster. Borko, what are you doing here? It's not your time, my friend. Your act of kindness has not been forgotten. You watch as your apron magically repairs itself. You won't have to live in this embarrassment anymore. Thank you, my friend, wherever you are. Oh, so that literally gave me a life. Right. Okay, so now I have a choice between a pepper and a glass of water. What do I pick, guys? I don't know. The pepper? Or I don't... Water? You grab the glass of water and gulp it down. It's cool and crisp like the purest snow melted by mountain spring. Hey, that was mine. It was from my favourite toilets. You owe me $6. Oh, I messed this up again. And you've got excellent taste. You think to yourself, geez, I should pay better attention. We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you someday. So I've just drank a dog's toilet water. Amazing. What a fantastic game this is. Come on, it's time for lunch. Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim. And your rivals enter to make a dramatic announcement. Today's lunch will be prepared via timed competitive cook-off. The level of theatrics with these two is off the charts. So I can either demand what they stop wasting everyone's time or step up and tell them that they're on. I feel like I need to just beat them at their own game. Because these guys are playing some dirty tricks, I'm sure. I kind of need to put them in their place. Let's bring it on! A bit of lunchtime competition, eh? Count me in. If I have to wipe the tables with you fools before I set lunch down on it, then so be it. I'm not the fool, you're the fool. Fool. Good one, Van Van. I like your grumption, Tank Bank. Yes! Colonel is in the house. I'll be watching your performance. Just as things reach boiling point, Sprinkles steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness. Now, students, please settle down. This is lunchroom, not a sports sing. Finally, a little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief. At least not until we turn on the timer. Oh my days. Just then a huge light blasts you in the face, flashing the words, timer ready. Oh, I'm not ready for this. Okay. This might be like a time trial, so I might have to very quickly pick. That's what I'm talking about. Ooh! I stand corrected. The hard way builds solidly a foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. And that's an original quote by me, in case anyone was wondering. I hope it's a message lifts you to victory. Yes, Delay, I am panicking very much. Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and now is my chance to shine. I will defeat you myself. You had his chicken and you made mashed potatoes and gravy on day one, and you're feeling like you can really impress him again here. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast. If the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. Okay, so guys, I can't ask for your health. I think I'm just gonna have to go for it. What temperature's water boil at? No! I didn't pick it right! That was too slow! What were you thinking, Tank Bank? Get your head in the game! You're going to need some season this chicken before you can cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipe exactly, but you have an idea. How many herbs and spices? It's 11. That's right. You might not know all the ingredients yet, but at least you're heading in the right direction. Tail wagging intensifies. Now that you've got some basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. What state of mind offers the most flavour? Trust. No! How was I supposed to know that? Was it gratitude? I'm begging you to get it together. Get it? I'm a dog. It's never the wrong time for some dog jokes. Your classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. You'd better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you to never forget where you came from. Every day you meditate on his advice. You draw energy from that place. Now would be a good time to harness that energy. So where does it come from? No, I'm wrong again. How was I supposed to know what this is? This is a horrible time to start forgetting important things. Oh, guys. No. No. How was this? I mean, some of those I should have probably known, but there was a few which I don't really know. Okay, we're going to try again. We are going to beat these guys and earn Colonel Sanders' love. Okay. Okay, so that one. And then it's that one. Then it's that one. Oh, okay, I got that one wrong too. You tried to shut out the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. What is the sound of success? Sizzling. Damn it. Don't maybe get the spray bottle. You notice Colonel Sanders out of the corner of your eye. I believe in you, Tank Bank. He's actually cheering you on. Which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching you makes you totally forget what you were doing. Oh, delay, you're right. I should have probably picked that one. How many spoonfuls have we done? What the? What the? I didn't even have time to think about that one. You are stranded on a desert island with only one dessert cookbook. Which do you take? What a hunk. I know, right? You know what? Shouldn't you be focused on your challenge? You're falling behind. What is this? What does that have to do with crafting spectacular fried chicken and delicate baked biscuits? Woof woof. You're really struggling to keep up. I can't stop thinking about the Colonel. At the next station over, Ashley has already begun plating elements of her dish. It's colourful and complex. To make up time, you toss your biscuit dough into a stand mixer, and as you do, the crowd gasps. Yikes. Zzz. I know you love nothing more than seeing a fellow appliance utilised in a kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing the personal touch. You might not have any hands, but Tank Bank does, and a good chef needs to be touching the dough to know when it's properly mixed. There's an easy way and a hard way. You don't get far by doing the easy way. When you hear everyone talking, you realise how serious your error was. You immediately shove your hand into the mixer to rescue your dough before it's overmixed. Tank Bank, no! Guys, what is this game? But you're not fast enough, and your hand gets stuck. It's immediately crushed by the quickly spinning beaters. There's no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame. What you often find is that the easy way... What is going on? Everyone, stop what you're doing right now. The battle is over. It can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish. Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply can't go on. Ah, that's too bad. And here I am with a completed dish ready to serve. Surely that makes me the winner by default. No, it wouldn't be fair to compare the two on account of Tankbank's injury. You see Sprinkles begin to lick his doggy chops as he locks onto the dish. But I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared. Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skip straight to the dessert. Under this white chocolate dome, you'll find a wide array of delights, taking you on a journey of flavour that tastes good and tells a story of excellence. I was going to ask Tankbank to do the honour, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring this creamer of the delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, steady hand. Oh no. Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within. Inside, you'll find that actually looks really nice. Inside, you'll find a delicate fried cheese croquette atop a slice of honeycombs ice cream 2 ways, tender nougat and pearls of blueberry jelly. Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed as he dips his finger into the chocolate sauce. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley? As he places a sauce-covered finger into his lips, Ashley leans over and whispers something into his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his mustache. Do I internalize my rage or do I step between them? Chip. So I'm playing a dating sim made by KFC, and my one goal is to date Colonel Sanders. Yes, Alice, you're correct. A true Brit would internalise his rage and keep it buried deep, very deep indeed. Your rage burns so intensely within your eyes that they burst into flames. The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire and turn to ash, and they fall off your face, which means people will have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester. Perhaps forever. Embarrassed and ashamed by your poor performance, not to mention your crispy fried brow, you run for the quad to be alone. Oh, guys, I think I messed up. The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you, a storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and have decided to get married. And he won't even ask you to cater to his wedding, because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now. Not just from the devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer and that small fire. We should get that checked out. I'm fine. Can't you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fryer. I'll never be a master chef. This game is a lot more inspirational than I thought it would be. Failure is a part of life, not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've never failed at anything before? That's exactly what I think. Well then think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you. Enrolled in culinary school. Incredibly handsome, successful and motivated. Oh my god. He does. But I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed. Pixel, no problem at all. Thank you for sticking by the stream. I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. Colonel Sanders wants to be a lawyer. I'm a lawyer. I could teach him a few things. I didn't know. People see my delicate ribbon and tie-in, and my well-kept beard, and assume that I've got it all together, which is true now, but it hasn't always been. Sounds like this guy could really use a hug. I've resolved that. Guys, I'm getting completely tongue twisted here. I resolved then that I don't think the grammar's quite right on this. I resolved then that I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labour or money would deter me from giving me the best I could give. As Colonel Sanders changes focus, you can see something ignite inside of him, a burning passion. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure, it's honest, it's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. Guys, I'm terrible with tongue twisters, so Tingo Tails, that would not be a good idea. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds. Yay! Just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. Battle-scarred from the night before, you prepare for the worst. Oh no. Guys, it's gonna be another RPG battle. It is. I know I said I wouldn't be back, and after the whole fight to the death thing, maybe you don't really want to see me anymore. But I just wanted to say that I was wrong to attack you, and I apologise. I know what it's like having to always look over your shoulder. Okay, so for you guys that may have joined the stream halfway through, this game is free on Steam, so if you do want to play it yourself, then you can do. It's called I Love You, Colonel Sanders. Aw, thanks, Borko. I'm glad there's no hard feelings. Getting jumped by a giant creature in the dark of the night can really rile a person up. I also want to apologise for the way I switched right into attack mode. I know that you're strong, and your cooking school can put a person under a lot of stress. I actually used to go to this school. I wasn't always a spork monster, you see. I don't believe it. You were human once? Well, no, I was a golden retriever, but I was still a student, until one day some mean kids with a magic spellbook cast a dark enchantment on me, and I was forever transformed. A magic spellbook? Precisely. I procured a copy for myself, but somewhere along the way I've lost it. If you're in need of such a book, I beg of you, respect it. You're a powerful chef, and you shouldn't rely on such dark, evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through... Guys, is this a KFC ad? Or I'm completely confused as to what's going on in this game right now. So KFC's basically saying we should not use dark magic to create fried chicken. Is that what it's trying to tell me? If you need me, don't fear. I will be there. It sounds like there are some bad cooks in the kitchen of life, Tankbank. Together, I'm sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway and we can discuss. Guys, it's happening. It's happening, guys. A personal invite. You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must look like, but it sounds like you're about to find out. Stepping inside Sanders' home, surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with him. What is this game? What is this game? It looks like you live such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders. Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. Have you ever been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef. Well, there is something. It's just a side dish that I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance of flavours and textures. I'm not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish you might be describing. I'm sorry, Astrid. Are you actually using all your internet data to watch this stream? Have you not got any Wi-Fi whatsoever? It's meant to be. It's meant to pair with something spicy or something crispy. Both, perhaps. Now you've got him right where you want him. Should you reveal your new creation to him, or keep it a secret just for you? What do I do, guys? Do I tell him, or do I keep it a secret? I kind of feel like if I... Astrid, you are correct. You are correct. Colonel Sanders told me his secret spices. I feel like I need to tell him. Reveal it. You decide that you're as ready as you'll ever be to share your original cooking with Colonel Sanders. Before you can talk yourself out of it, you decide to dive in head first. You reach into your lunch bag for a special dish that you've been keeping on ice all day. I present to you my original coleslaw. Ah, look at that coleslaw. The shredded cabbage dish glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' Luxe hideaway. Magnificent! Together you chow down on the creamy slaw until just a spoonful remains in the bowl. Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I'd like to have it around so that I can admire its taste later and think back on this moment. You could offer to make him more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy. Sure, why not? Please, make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment. Guys, what is happening in this game? You realise that now would be a perfect time to do some snooping? Around the room are various items that you can look closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. So, all of these sparkling items in the room are things that I can look at. What do I look at? Chicken. You notice a very realistic stuffed chicken sitting on the corner table. When you pick it up, you realise it isn't just realistic, it's real. Taxidermy must have been important to the Colonel Sanders when it was alive. A little note clipped to the chicken's foot reads, "The true state bird of the great state of Kentucky." I feel like that is quite important to something later in the game. The true state bird of the so there'll be a question later on that asks me what the bird of the state of Kentucky is, and it's going to be chicken. Tap on an item. The window. You gaze out of the window across the vast lake and a mountain range beyond. Just then, the ghost of the student pops up. Are you thinking about heading out into the world on a quest to avenge my death? Wait, what? I've never even heard of your name. Why would I avenge you? I could just tell you my name right now. It's... Can't you see I'm in the middle of something? You open the window a crack and the ghost of the student is swept out in the breeze. Well, yes, so Moldy Rhino, this is a dating sim made by KFC. So, take that as you will. It's been pretty strange so far, I'm not gonna lie. A scented candle. You pick it up and try to identify the smell. Power tool? Freshly starched collar? Piece of wood floating in a lake? Summer of '69? No. It's one of the secret recipe ingredients. It's that. Guys, we've got 2 recipe ingredients. 2 out of 11 spices. You take a closer look at the large urn sitting on a nearby pedestal. There's a plaque on it. It's dusty, but when you wipe it off, you can read the inscription. It says, "Here lie the ashes of all my past careers and business failures." Poor guy. Okay, let's keep going. Let's go for this comb on the table. A lock of silver hair is woven through the teeth of this comb. Upon further inspection, you realise that the hair therein isn't just silvery in colour, it's actually made of spun silver. Tap on an item to discover... Are we just going to go through every single item in this room? This must have been where he keeps the secret recipe. You think for a moment. What number is important to Colonel Sanders? Then it dawns on you. As soon as you turn the dial to 111111, the safe opens. Inside it, you find a single note. What does that say? Can chicken be prepared... What does that say? Can chicken be prepared something style? Sashimi style. Oh, right. I get you. Right, okay, yeah. I don't know, Colonel. You tell me. One of the framed photos shows an old man who looks a bit like Colonel Sanders, standing with a friend. They hold fried chicken drumsticks and appear to be cheering them. You look closely and see that there's a short inscription. I wonder who my friend Pete is. The photo appears to be Colonel Sanders, except he's an old man visiting the pyramids of Egypt. Maybe this is where he discovered one of his secret herbs and spices. Ah, camel meat. Yeah, of course. An adorable little baby boy crawls across the floor. From the goatee and the moustache combo he sports, you figure that this must be Colonel Sanders himself. That, or maybe it's the drumstick that he seems to be waving like a rattle. Okay. I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else in this room apart from this door. You open the door to Colonel Sanders' closet and find a row of his signature white suits hanging within. You take one off its hanger and try it on. The jacket itself is too big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in his scent. They say that home is where the heart is. Is this what they meant? Before you can look any further, you hear Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish that he has been working on, and he wants you to taste it. You try to act casual until he asks why you've been wearing his jacket. I'm sorry, Chip. I didn't mean to. His jacket is so fluffy. I don't usually loan those out, but I must say, it does look good on you. Oh, crap. The jacket. You forgot to take it off. Should I decide now's the time to make the big move? Tell him that I'm cold, or fess up and tell him the truth? Mouldy Rhino, no problem at all. Thank you very much for dropping by. I feel like the big move is too much right now. Like, is it still too early? I don't know what to do. See, John, I do agree with you. I feel like I need to like ease him into it and be like, "Oh, Colonel, I'm really cold. I need someone to warm me up." Oh, I don't know. I'm cold. I'm cold, Colonel. I'm cold. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to intrude. I just got a little cold and I thought this might warm me up. Colonel Sanders smiles and scoots close to the fireplace. It's warm by the fire. Why don't you come a little closer? Suddenly, everything feels like it's moving too fast. Final exams are tomorrow. You should be thinking about what you're going to cook. I should be home studying. Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the... No! Tank, why are you doing this? But the thought of leaving Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you pause. You stop yourself. Colonel? Yes. Tank Bank? I honestly think this might be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow. You talk late into the night and drift off into a slumber. This is... Dutchman, this really is a roller coaster. Dream sequence. Zzz. I'm sorry, Astrid. Potato, you okay? Just for you, because you're leaving now. I will give you that now before you're about to leave. Artificial potato, fantastic. No problem at all. Thank you very much for sticking by the stream for as long as you did. You awake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will truly tell. Today is the day that could change the rest of your life. You think about the new secret ingredient you just learnt about blank. In some jurisdictions, blank isn't even legal. But if the recipe is secret, how will they know? Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast and your mouth waters at the sight of it. Here's a simple breakfast. I just whipped it up. It's meatalicious. You taste Colonel Sanders' food and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. So, would you say that we're the perfect match? How presumptuous. My cuisine and your taste buds, that is. Cheeky bugger. Such confidence, such grace. Could he be the world's greatest gift to cookery? Shall I flatter him? The thing is, if I take him down a peg after rejecting him yesterday, I almost feel like that might go down a path. Yeah, there we go. You know, I think we might make a great team, Sanders. A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner? Could he be talking to you? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion and confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears, unable to speak. The only answer you can find is to run out the door and get home. No! There's still one more day of school after all. The University of Cooking School Academy for Learning waits for no one. You get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you. Where have you been? Because I had one heck of a night. I've been desperate to talk to you about it because I couldn't find you. I got worried that something had happened to you. It's okay, I was just... But now that all turns out you're fine. I can finally get up to speed with you on the saga of Miriam. You will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a I can't. Oh, God. My best friend. Since I'd been partnered up with Clank, he asked me to go out with him. Of course, I told him, you'd better keep your dials turned to polite and respectful. I'm not that kind of girl. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me. So I said, yeah, sure. I can get to know some little metallic guy. Long story short, he took me skydiving with his friends, but things spiraled out of control. Yeah, guys, I'm getting completely tongue-twisted here. I've been reading every line of this game so far. Did she just say skydiving, as if that's a typical first date to go on with someone talking about a pressure cooker? And now I'm not really sure where we stand. You don't give Miriam time to tell her the whole story. However, bottling it up with details of your own night is just too much to bear. And I went on a date too, back to Colonel Sanders' house, where I spent the night with him. You what? Nothing happened, but the emotional connection was wowzers. Miriam offers to support you no matter what you do. Astrid, who knows? It might have been like the start of a business proposition. Who knows? Together with your bestie, you feel like you can do anything. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You can tell from a distance that they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not quite grasp the full fact of that. Because you know, he's Pop. What a swirly. It sounds delicious. Oh, it's great. I'll order you up one right now. I'll have my swirly with sprinkles, please. Sprinkles is a dog and a treat. You can get your swirly dip too. Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Because I'm literally the biggest person at this school. I'm picking a fight with the bullies again. You've got some real nerve, Tankbank, suggesting I pick on some defenseless horse. Now you're twisting my words and I won't have it. You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixer accident makes you wince with pain. Doesn't look like you can go cooking with that. Might as well just give up. I'll never give up. Ever. Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears things are getting close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Tankbank, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in fighting form by this afternoon. Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail winning so hard. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What is he doing, complimenting her? But what about the flavour of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce? It was clear that you're passionate about how your food is received. That's a lot of words to say. It was bland. Excuse me, Tankbank, I am more than capable to speak for myself. Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts as we walk into class, Colonel. I'm always interested in discussing the fine art of fine foods. See you inside, Tankbank. Annoyed by... Oh no! Ashley's gone with the Colonel. Complimenting her. She's taking my man. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how excited you feel about the interaction with Ashley, you take out the spell book you recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages. Wow, that's that book. It looks like bad news. It's just something I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe in that magic stuff. A grimoire? Like a book of spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a book if it weren't really that powerful? It almost sounds like something Burger King would use. He didn't say that. I can think of one surefire way things to find out. You open up a book covered with arcane warnings. Cast only in case of extreme emergency, it says around the edges of the page. I could use this spell here that says it will erase anyone I choose from all of my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam. This is way drastic. Couldn't you do something else, like anything else? Not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger? Okay, fine, it is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you. And a pretty good excuse to try it out. Guys, do I dabble in forbidden magics? The dark arts? The thing is, if I do it, Colonel Sanders will be erased forever, and my goal will be for nothing. No, you're right. Don't do it. I can't. My love for Colonel Sanders is too much. You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. Sprinkles is already in the room waiting for students to arrive. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement. I want you all to know I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assume it's nothing to be afraid of. His cute little nose crunches up and he begins to breathe quickly. He must be hungry. Reach for some old homework to give him as a snack. Dogs can be rather unpredictable, especially Sprinkles. Wait to see what happens. I'm thinking the second one. Because the last time I reached for the stuff on the thing, he bit me. Sprinkle stops up in his tracks. He focuses in on the window. The room is deadly silent. When you follow his gaze, you see a tiny orange squirrel perched on the cherry tree outside. Sprinkles turns feral and runs at the window of the classroom. He begins barking uncontrollably at the squirrel outside. Terence! I told you to never come back here! Terence! I will destroy you, Terence! Sprinkles is barking ferociously, drool flying off his face. The squirrel looks over, but he doesn't say anything back. You wonder, is that even a talking squirrel? Who named him Terence? You'd better not show your chubby cheeks around here ever again. After Sprinkles is satisfied that his presence has been felt by not only Terence, but any other squirrel in hearing distance, he returns to his professional tone. I apologise for the outburst. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Tank Bank, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom. You see, but before he can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. Guys, I told you to save it for after class. Bzz, bzz. You think I wanted to be thrown from a plane, strapped to a stranger? Miriam and Clank appear to be arguing, but you still haven't learned to speak Clank's language over mechanical noises. Oh no. Have I got to step in and intervene here? But no, you had to show off your cool kid friends Jeff and Joanne. JJ forever. Watch us form a triangle in mid-air as we descend. Triangles are the strongest shape, don't you know? Bzz, bzz. Yeah, well, that doesn't make it a great date. Then take Jeff and Joan with you. You can hold all the hands and pedal down the mountain or off the cliff for all I care. No, Bapedy, I'm not dating a fridge. Clank begins to shudder. Steam pours out of the gaps in his panels, and then a loud ding stops him in his tracks. No amount of seasoning is going to make up for me to want to eat that. Clank burps out a completely deep-fried sneaker. Considering that he himself has wheels, not feet, it's not entirely clear where it came from. In terms of deep fried footwear, I guess it looks okay. Clank slowly rolls out of the room to be alone with his shoe. Everyone tries to pretend like they didn't see that entire thing go down. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final day of school. Well, that was unfortunate. But we mustn't be distracted by what lies ahead. The final competition showdown challenge exam. Trademark. I'm still working on the title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena. But before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk. Oh, I've got to speak to Miriam. Miriam, are you okay? Okay, I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me in class like that? In front of everyone? Her tiny cocoa is delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustration is such a silly boy. I know that you know this, but I'm going to say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're going to cruise through this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way. Oh no, guys! I think I'm gonna have to make another decision to either be with Miriam or Colonel Sanders. You're not gonna saddle up with Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me? Of course not. Well, maybe, sorta, but I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it, and a ranch big enough for both of us and whoever else they want to bring along. If it's not Pop or Clank or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year, so what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first someone to show a little interest anyhow. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks. I should really review my menu for today. I'm going to make a very special soup. And I bet that Professor Dog is going to love it up. While you were pep-talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch. But that's okay, because you had a better idea of how to spend that time before your exam. You've decided to head to the arena early to prepare a dish. This is it. The location of your final challenge. A test of will. A test of courage. A test of talent. A chance to beat the pants off Van Van and the supposed Man-Man and his eviler counterpart Ashley. As planned, you begin to run through a quick test of the recipe you've decided to work on. Tank Bank's famous chicken pot pie. After practicing for months, making this dish comes second nature to you, and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven. But as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. Tank Bank, what are you doing here? There's still time before the final exam. Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. The pot pie has begun to bake, and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. Visualizing, huh? That's not too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious. You'd usually happily share your food with anyone who's hungry, but the last time you let the Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decide that it's time to put your cooking above your blah, blah, blah. Sorry, I'm getting completely tongue-twisted here. You decide that it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but that decision gets hard to stick to when the oven timer goes off behind you. Yeah. Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing. I know, my nose can smell a pot pie from 400 yards. That's an oddly specific distance, but you'd expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man. You knew that I was a pot pie away from the smell? Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie, with an all-butter crust. And my nose is telling me something else. Oh no, is it burning? Haha, no. I can smell that it was made with a heaping helping of TLC. But it'll probably start burning any second if you don't pull it out. The moment of truth. Wow. Guys, this game is making me so hungry. I want food. In particular, I want that chicken pot pie. It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking and I could eat this all day. There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkles lays down the ground rules. There are no rules. That is, except to cook with everything you've got. Okay, guys, we have to work together here. You step up for the cook-off of a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese plus the pot pie you've been practicing are just the dishes that will push you over the edge to victory. Meanwhile, Van and Ashley are preparing wildly elaborate dishes per their usual over-the-top selves. Miriam has her giant magnifying glasses and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely prepared to go big, going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve on something perfect, his original recipe fried chicken. The intensity in the room starts at full 10 out of 10, with a frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out really cool special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air. Egg wash! Miriam furiously injects ingredients into an itty-bitty bit of broth. Best fried bastard braster! Van flexes his pectorials as he chops upon a sea urchin. Let's rock and ride! Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed. Shallow personality spatula! Even Clank gets in on it. 5-dial pressure point chicken cooking technique! Wait, when did Clank learn to speak English? It's the singularity, as was foretold. We mustn't let it happen, or the appliance uprising will take us all. What is going on? Van quickly unplugs Clank and rolls him out to the back of the arena. As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spellbook out. Is she going to use some dark magic to turn the tide? You've got a book of your own, and you're desperate not to see her win another battle. Should you take this opportunity to fight magic with magic, even if it's almost certainly evil magic? Brittany, I completely agree with you. Cory in the House is completely the best anime, but this is second. I feel like casting a spell is just going to end badly. And I think that I have to cook with my heart. Dark magic is not the way. Who needs magic when you've got passion? I'm going to do it the hard way. Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen to win on your own terms, and he gives you a subtle wink from across the room. I believe in you, Tank Bank. Miriam notices too. And I've always believed in you too, Tank, since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever. You turn to notice that Miriam is at your station, cheering for you. Miriam, what about your dish? If you're here cheering, who's cooking? Tiny food, short cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you. Oh, that's sweet. But Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles. It's the secret ingredient. However, neither of you know that Colonel Sanders made that first ingredient up to throw you off the trail of his secret recipe. That cheeky bugger. Neither of you know that Colonel Sanders made the first ingredient up to throw you off the trail of his secret recipe. Why did he... Oh, I should never have told her. I should never have told her. Oh no. The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. The watery noodles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling up into a dark cloud that thickens and congeals before your very eyes. It is I, Steve, the Spork Monster. Steve, wait, what happened to Borko? You're not here to battle me, are you? We Spork Monsters are many. I think Borko had the day off. But you have conjured Steve, and I hate to battle. So I'd say you're doing pretty alright. Oh hey, you're in the middle of a cooking competition. I love this stuff. It's better than TV. You crazy kids and all your culinary skills really impress me. Mind if I hang out? I'm sorry, Steve, but I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind? Steve the Spork Monster notices that you've got the grimoire stashed beneath the cooking station. I see what you're up to. Crisscross some magical items, some accidentally summoned me, huh? Ha! You guessed it, sorta. If you're here, would you mind tossing some fresh noodles in the pot of some salted water? I'd love to. I've always wanted to be the top chef. Actually, when I was just a little spork pup back in the old country, you can feel the Spork Monster winding up to tell you a very long story, and you don't know exactly where it came from, but it seems like he was probably very lonely. What is going on? What's this Spork Monster? Okay, focus up on the competition. You toss a serious stare at Steve as he takes the hint. Never mind, I'll tell you later. Good luck. Having suffered this huge setback, you don't know how you could ever win. Guys, what do? Do I give up and drop out of culinary school? Or do I summon the extra power deep within myself to win this cook-off challenge? Hooah! Summon the extra power! I can do this. I have what it takes. I came here to win. I came here to get a minimum wage job at KFC. Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as culinary energy flows through your body. Are we basically going Super Saiyan now? My heart is pure, my hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for... Yes, Tank Bank, you are the chosen one. You will avenge me. The power you've been summoning immediately fades to black out. You interrupted my inspiring monologue. Sorry. My heart is pure, my hands are steady, my taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for this moment. I will show the world my cookery. You begin to levitate off the ground. Energy courses through your body. You know that with this power you can do anything. Except turn back time, which would have been super useful, because while you were powering up, your chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven and can't be served. But don't worry, dear Tank Bank. You may have suffered some setbacks, but all is not lost. Impressed with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides that you have earned his support. I've been watching you today, and I must say I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches. He steps up to your station and stands right beside you. This is it, guys! I'm here to help. All you've managed to make is mac and cheese, and time is almost up, so you're going to need it. But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What will happen to you? What about the rules? Following the rules has never really been my thing. I follow my heart. What a guy. Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid your eyes on. And besides, sometimes unexpected combinations can have surprising effects that surpass their individual efforts. Are you suggesting if we combine forces, we can form the perfect food union? Guys, this might be it. This might be what we've been looking for this entire game. Time's up, students. With time expired, it's the moment everyone's been waiting for. Okay, so Brandon, if you just joined the stream, this is a dating simulator made by KFC. So the guy on the screen is Colonel Sanders from KFC, and my goal is to date him, basically. No, Astrid, I will Astrid, I will send you the stream afterwards so you can finish it. You must now prepare to present your dishes. A handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete. It seems we're missing some students. Pop, clank. From off screen you hear a pure and innocent giggle that can only be heard from a one-off student. Hehehe, I'm flying. It sounds like it's coming from that broom closet over there. Miriam, would you mind? Inside of the closet you see Pop hanging on the broom hook by the elastic of his underpants. Pop, get down from there right now. Let me guess, did Van Van have something to do with this? When did someone ask for a wedgie? Who am I to refuse? I thought a wedgie was a salad. It looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing how he didn't cook anything. I can't feel my legs. May I be excused? Sure. You kids and your pranks. I must say it's not the worst prank in UCSAL history, but it's not exactly yearbook material. Wait a second. Pranks? Clank! Where did that pressure cooker roll off to? You wait to hear a signature whir, beep, or some other onomatopoeia, but there's none. Somehow he must have gotten unplugged, I guess. We'll have to figure that out later. That leaves only 4 remaining students. Please collect your final projects. Yes, it has been a long semester. Wow, 3 whole days long. But after days of hard work, the time has come for me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Now describe your dish. I've made tender udon noodles in savoury soup. My word, it's so delicate. Is that a teeny tiny naratomaki I spy afloat in its itsy bitsy bowl? Yes, chef. Please call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name. Yes, Sprinkles. And some green tea made from baby tea leaves that I picked myself. Sprinkles carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of the pink dog tip. Wow. so many jokes shoved into this. Sublime. Would anyone else like a taste? Oh, come on. I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I even have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine. I'll enjoy it all by myself. And in a flash, the entire meal was being devoured. Not that it took much. It was less than a thimble's worth of soup. A+. Rarely do I taste a dish that has so much love poured into it as yours. Miriam is overjoyed. She gives you a huge hug. Thank you, Tank Bank, for helping me to believe in myself. Van Van, you're up. Now describe your dish. I made uni over smooth egg custard in an axe-hewn urchin shell topped with caviar. That actually looks really nice. Did you skewer one type of the urchin with spines from a second, different coloured type of urchin? Yes, Sprinkles. A bit much, don't you think? That's exactly why I did it. A bit much is kind of my brand. Doesn't it look cool? Sprinkles leans in to sniff the uni. But he can't get his nose quite close enough to account for all the spikes. He begins to pour at it erratically, causing the custard to slosh about. Ruff, ruff! Please be gentle with my cuisine. Grrr. Finally, Sprinkles goes all in, tongue first, but he can't get past all the needles. He reels back with his tongue, poked and prodded. Youch! My tongue! The professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to the sting. I can't eat. It keepeth poking my tongue. Disqualified. A stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that serving food in a bowl made of needles could have been so difficult to eat? Dejected, Van Van does not go gentle into the night. Disqualified? For glamour? Don't discount I cannot pronounce that word. This isn't the last you've heard of me. Before forcing us to enjoy his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles graciously laps up the bowl of milk. I know. Yeah, I'm a dog and I drink milk. Get over it. Sometimes it helps calm my agitated tongue. Next student! Ashley, it's time to step up. Now, describe your dish. I made orange blossom Turkish delight in a light rose water syrup, topped with French meringue and connected by sugar glass. That actually doesn't sound too bad. Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I'd ask that you please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It's very fragile and meant to be a display piece. Don't eat the food at a cooking school. Got toast in your ears or something, Tankbank? I told you, it's a display piece. Ashley, I must say it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition at a cooking school. Yeah, which is why I cooked it. And I did an extremely good job cooking it too. I didn't realise that we were having an eating exam. If I wanted to be judged on eating, I'd go to the College of Eating, School for the Hungry. I suppose you could smell it, if you absolutely insisted. But don't breathe too hard, you might disrupt the sugar spiral. If the food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You are disqualified. Yeah! Disqualified! Disqualified! Rage overtakes Ashley as she finally cannot keep her two-faced routine up. You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you. And with that, Ashley storms off to rededicate herself to being the best, but only this time without being shackled by trying to fake nice and liked by everybody. This isn't the last you've heard of me either. If this class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself. You and Colonel Sanders, the final cooks, step up together. 2 chefs? What began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese has become something else. He examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl. Uh-oh. I don't have a good feeling about this. From somewhere in the room, a literal drum roll plays. Just when I thought I've seen everything in this kitchen, you give me this thing, and completely blow me away. In my 49 dog years of life, I have never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. It's so delicious, in fact, that everyone passes the class. You pass, and you pass, and you get a pass. Everyone gathers around and partakes of the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transcend this reality into another dimension. You win! Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive, even Van and Ashley are drawn back by its magnetic fragrance. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Guys, we're so close. We're so close. Sprinkles declares that you have passed. Everyone has passed. And there were supposed to be more battles. But come on, how could you be... How could they be better than this one? Now that the school year is complete and everyone has graduated, the students return for one last assignment to get their groove on. The cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve as a site of the school's graduation dance. Compared to the massive high-tech cooking arena, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy. DJ Dog in the house! You know that Sprinkles was a master chef, but he's also a world-renowned turntablist who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Yes, John, this is my chance. This is my chance to seal the deal. I've purposely left it to the very last moment. Van and Ashley, tell everyone that you're committed themselves to righting the wrongs they did while they're being villains. For a moment, you actually believe them. Not another haunting. No ghosts allowed at graduation. It's clearly written in the school's bylaws. I was never actually a ghost. It was all a trick to get you to finally notice me. Oh. Amusing. Good joke, man. And now that everyone's together, it's the Spork Monster. He has totally mellowed out. Everyone, the Spork Monster is no more. From here on out, I prefer that everyone referred to me by my new name, Party Monster. Student tries to finish what he has to say, but everyone is too wrapped up talking to Spork. Sorry, Party Monster. Dejected, student walks off. Maybe things didn't quite work out for Miriam romantically. Sorry guys, I'm getting completely tongue-twisted reading this. Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found the love in her cooking, and you know she's going to do great. A red carpet rolls out from across the floor of the ballroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere. Who could command such an entrance? It's Pop, He's arrived, late to the dance, but apparently for a good reason. Walking the carpet, you see the perched atop his dirty chef's hat. A crown? Welcome back, Pop. I know you weren't able to complete the final exam and accept your diploma, so we had it mailed directly to your father. We figured it was at least the least we could do for the school's dean. Now I get it. And we get a new wing on the school, not to mention the honour of educating the son of the Chancellor of such and such. Plot twists left, right and centre, guys. The music at the dance is interrupted by the sound of sparking and electrical hissing. It's Clank, who has arrived late to the dance. Now that I've graduated, I can reveal my truth. Whoa, he's still doing the talking thing. I am Clank, and I'm not of this earth. I'm actually from a faraway planet in another dimension. What? What? I actually feel like I knew this the whole time. Now that I have learnt the ways of your kind, I must return. Miriam, will you come with me? I don't know what to say. Besides, no, obviously. I've just begun to learn who I really am. This isn't the time for me to devote my life to figuring out who you are, Clank. You're blown away by Miriam's maturity. It's pretty clear that she managed to surpass you in that regard. I understand. Kind of. Humans are weird. A portal opens up and Clank disappears through it. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives. Howdy, classmates. Just like the first day you met him, he has come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough to just give them a bucket of chicken. This time it's a full meal. I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in history of chicken and man by not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken. This game is just an entire ad, isn't it? Oh my god. No, that can't be the end. That can't be the end. Where's my chance? Where was my chance with the Colonel? Was that it? Oh, okay. Okay, it's not the end. As everyone feasts on their delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor. Tank Bank! What are you doing sitting all alone? Oh, you know, just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance. I wonder, might you tell me, what are the qualities that you would expect to find in such a lucky person? Off the top of my head, I don't know. A spicy musk, a tidy goatee, and a degree from the University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning, just to name a few. It truly is my lucky day. Would you dance with me? Yes, I'd love to, Colonel Sanders. Where is this game? As you glide across the dance floor, hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you. And once my 100th franchise is up and running, I'll be ready to take a day off. And I'll be so glad to spend it together with you, Tank Bank. How sweet! We'll work together and play together. Colonel Sanders stops dead in his tracks. Work together? Well, I think this is something I just need to do by myself. But who will help you run your restaurants? I don't believe I need help. Besides, based on your time at school here, do you really think running restaurants is the best path forward? Could it be you've found a love connection, but failed to earn Colonel Sanders' respect as a chef? What? Can you live with only half of him? Will you be able to endure sharing him with his other love, the life of an entrepreneur? I suppose I could enroll at pastry school? Oh, my dear Tank Bank, I'm sure that you'll find your place eventually. And along the way, you'll have me by your side. No! 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 And that's it, I think. Yeah. No! So... um... Okay. So we have something to discuss. That game was an emotional roller coaster, and I said from the start that my one and only goal was to date Colonel Sanders, and I did that. But now I feel like my integrity as a cook has been damaged. Chip, I have a feeling that the reason I got that outcome was because of something I did earlier in the story, because I did make a few mistakes. So I feel like I'd have to like go back near the start to kind of do things right. Shush, Alice. I mean, I earned the love of Colonel Sanders, but I didn't prove myself as a chef. Do you think that Colonel Sanders would still love me if I decided to turn to YouTube instead? No. Oh, so I mean, I could play it again, although we'd be going through all the same bits that I did previously. To be fair though, I did say from the start that my main goal was to earn his love, and I did achieve that. So I feel like I got most of the way. I earned the Colonel's love, and that was all I really wanted at the end of the day. Maybe cooking fried chicken isn't my passion. Maybe it's not my dream. Maybe it's not my path. But as long as I have Colonel Sanders by my side with his delicious 11 spices KFC chicken, maybe we might make it. And yeah, Cece, I'm not gonna lie, like that's like the one thing that I was thinking about this entire game was I wanted to go out and buy KFC, which means that I think the game did its job. It had a few very strange twists and turns, but we got through it. We got through it together, and I feel like a stronger person because of it. I feel like if I'm ever in a situation where I need to date somebody that is just so happens to be Colonel Sanders, then I'll be prepared. I think what I'm going to do, guys, is because I'm almost at the 3-hour mark, so I might stick around for like 5 or 6 minutes just to answer a few questions, just talk with you guys, and then I will probably end the stream there because I've been talking for almost 3 hours non-stop, so my voice is getting pretty hoarse right now. Yes, I need some water. I definitely do. I will get some after the stream. Yeah. Oh, Alice, that must be it. So earlier on, I decided to tell Miriam the truth about the first spice because I took Colonel Sanders' advice, and then she threw in the spices, but then the spices weren't actually one of the 11 herbs and spices. So, that could be it. Do you prefer Popeyes or KFC? I don't think we've got Popeyes over here. Over in the UK. They do have like other places that are like knockoff versions of KFC, but I think KFC is like the most prominent chicken fast food place that we have. Unless there's one that I can't remember. No problem at all, Bap. I'm really glad you enjoyed it. I was a little bit unsure as to whether you guys would want to watch this because it's not like anything I've ever streamed before. So for those of you that did stick by throughout the whole time, it was really much an emotional roller coaster. I'm not going to lie. But yeah, this game is free on Steam. So if you guys want to play it yourselves and see if you can get that perfect ending where you earn his love and respect, then give it a try. I mean, it's free, so you may as well give it a try. Josh, thank you so much for sticking by the stream. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you again very, very soon. Brittany says, I'm planning to visit the UK soon to shoot my movie in the future. And this was a good game. Thank you. What would you be doing? Have you got like any like locations or anything planned for that? Also, what's the movie? I'd watch almost any stream from my favourite YouTubers. Even one where they try date Colonel Sanders. I really appreciate that. I'm planning to film at the North Wales Asylum. Oh, okay. Fair enough. I've never been there, but I can. Yeah, that sounds really cool. That. If you are you doing it for like a project? John, no problem at all. I'll be ending the stream very shortly anyway. Thank you so much for sticking by. Hope you enjoyed it. Tingo Tails, don't you worry about a thing. I will definitely say that when I end. I don't think I've ended a stream yet where I've not said that, so I'm gonna try and make sure that it stays that way. So for those of you that are here, I think the next stream next week, I'm not here for that Wednesday, so I don't know whether I'll be able to stream next week. I might try stream earlier in the week, but I don't know for sure. So I'd certainly suggest keeping an eye out on Twitter, Instagram, or Discord if you want to get an update as to what I'll be doing for my stream next week. I'll be sure to let you know because I mean I'd like to stream. It's just if I can find the time mainly. By the way, that screen cap of "This is a dating sim," I tweeted it at you. Thank you. I'll be sure to check it out. I think I think that screen cap pretty much just summed up that stream. Oh, Brittany, thank you so much. So, if any of you guys are new to the stream, I am trying to do weekly streams. So this will be a different stream each week. I do normally do it on like every Wednesday night. So, you know, if you guys can drop by, that would be amazing if you could. And I mean, like I said, next week I might be able to stream, but I'll see. A ride of randomness. Is this the right way to describe it, Plan? Right. So I think I'm going to leave it there. It is getting quite late, so I will let you all be on your merry ways. I hope that you enjoyed the stream. Thank you guys for sticking by all this time, and I'm sure that I will see you guys very, very soon. Have a good one. Fantastic.